This morning, we are looking back on a deadly year in traffic. The Washington State Patrol investigated 312 deadly crashes in 2022. Highway 101 was the third deadliest in our state. King 5's Shante Sumter shows us the personal cost of that deadly highway and the lesson for all drivers.
Every roadside memorial has a story.
It does make you think, about whatever happened there. It is just a reminder to pay a little bit better attention.
For Tabitha Bonfield and Jamie Johnston, this wooden cross on Highway 101 in Shelton is a reminder of their dad, Dwayne Wharton's last moments. Each month, the sisters update the memorial as a way to feel close to their dad.
He just loved it inside the truck. He was a different person inside his trucks. Driving trucks was his entire life. That's the only thing he ever wanted to do, and the only thing he ever did.
Wharton was driving his dump truck on September 7th when a driver suspected to be high on drugs crossed the center line and hit him. Wharton lost control of his truck and hit an SUV. 58-year-old Wharton and the 66-year-old driver of the SUV were killed.
I was just completely out of it for a while. Forgetful. I cried a lot. I still cry.
The man the Washington State Patrol says caused the crash was arrested and released, while the state processes evidence to determine if charges will be filed.
I was angry, but I don't know, just more concerned. I'm not mad at the person, I guess. I'm mad at the situation and just how it's gone, but.
Last year, the Washington State Patrol investigated 13 fatal crashes on Highway 101, making it their third deadliest highway. 4 of those crashes happened in Shelton. The Washington State Patrol says the single-lane highway has no barriers, so not paying attention for just a second can easily cause a driver to go over the center line and hit oncoming traffic.
You can't for a second be looking on your phone. There's a lot of twists and turns on that road as well. Or somebody thinking they're okay to drive and be on a narcotic or under the influence of something.
Trooper Catherine Weatherwax says in about half of the deadly crashes WSP investigated, someone was driving under the influence. That trend is the same for 2021 numbers from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission. 2022 numbers aren't complete, but researchers for the state say they expect over 700 fatal crashes, the highest since 1990.
We are really just sorry for these families. I just couldn't imagine what they're going through, but it's just no excuse. We can't make excuses for these DUIs. We have to get them off the road.
This year, the state plans to move its hive patrols to areas that saw more fatalities, like Highway 101.
I guess there can't be checkpoints everywhere every single night, and these are happening all the time. People just have to make better choices.
The top 2 deadliest highways for Washington State Patrol for last year were I-5 and I-90. The Washington State Patrol is hopeful those hive patrols will bring some of those numbers down.
So, Shante, when we speak of more patrols, where are these extra state patrol officers even coming from? That's another issue.
Yeah, right, Christine. The Washington State Patrol still needs to fill 163 open positions. Now, I was told despite that shortage, they will prioritize these specific areas, sometimes partnering with other local agencies to try to get that done.
Yeah, and when you hear those personal stories, it really hits home. These are not just crashes, they're not just numbers, these are families, these are people.
Right, and it all just really comes down to making better decisions. The Washington State Patrol, the trooper I spoke with, she said they are seeing an increase in fatal crashes due to DUIs. And today, with so many resources like Uber, Lyft, she even said, I'd rather you call a trooper than to drink and drive or be under the influence and drive.
We have every option available for us, absolutely. And then, when it rains, when there's weather, that obviously makes roads slick.
And let's face it, our Washington State roads have a lot of obstacles in them. I mean, there's check holes and rough roadways and such, and the twisty turny things as well. So it requires all your faculties to be able to maneuver them frequently, especially at night.
Yeah, definitely.